starting with a new chapter, and name of the chapter is like time value of money. This chapter is also known as the simple and the compounding interest. I request all of you to pay attention, discussing that say a few important points that we are going to learn. Suppose you have given your consultancy to a company. For that, the company is ready to pay rupees 10 lakhs today or rupees 10 lakhs after 1 year. I request you to write in the chat box, when would you like to receive your consultancy fees? Today or after 1 year? Please write in the chat box. We understand that say you would like to receive your money today instead of receiving the money after 1 year. Why? Answer of this question is given by the concept of time value of money. Why would you like to receive your money today instead of getting it say after 1 year? Answer to this question can be given by understanding the concept of time value of money. First, whatever the money that you receive right now, so that you can invest and you can earn some amount of the interest. That is the reason say you would like to receive the payment now instead of receiving the payment after 1 year. Second, you can make a repayment of borrowing. Whatever the amount that you borrow, so that whatever the amount that say you might have borrowed, so that you can repay and you can reduce your interest burden if you receive the money today instead of receiving the same after 1 year. Third, purchasing power of 10 lakhs today is more than purchasing power of 10 lakhs after 1 year. Whatever 10 lakhs that say you have right now will have more purchasing power than purchasing power of the same 10 lakhs at the end of year 1. Because we understand that say due to inflation, purchasing power of the funds getting deteriorated. Fourth, listen carefully, risk is eliminated. When your client is making the payment to you right now, what happens at say absolutely risk is zero. You receive the payment and the matter is over. That is the reason say you would definitely like to receive the payment today instead of receiving the payment after 1 year. These are the reasons so that we understand that the time value of money concept explains us. So friends, over here, say in this chapter we are going to understand the same, say by using certain formulas, or rather we are going to learn certain formulas which are given a name as future value formula, which are given name as present value formula. Then we are going to learn certain formulas called like annuity formulas, certain formulas which are called perpetuity formulas. So these are certain formulas that say you are going to learn say over here in this chapter. So let us have say starting off so the this chapter to learn all these so the concepts. Friends, we are starting directly with the numerical, and with that say we'll start understanding of the entire chapter. Very small and simple chapter. Mr. X is investing rupees 100 today. Dear students, the term today means year 0 in financial management. Mr. X is investing rupees 100 today for 3 years with the Reliance Company. Calculate maturity amount of the deposit. Rate of interest or cost of capital is 10%. I request you to put answer for this question in the chat box. So friends, over here we can answer the question in this way. I request all of you to write down answer along with me. Method number 1. In that write down first year, second year, third year. Investment is made for 3 years. Interest income 100 into 10%. First year income will be 10. Interest of 10 would be added to 100. So in the second year 110 into 10%. So interest income will be 11. 11 is added to 110. So 121 into 10%. Interest income will be 12.10. So the total interest amount is 33.10. Basically friends, in absence of an information, always it is assumed that the rate of interest is on annually compounded basis. In a way that say this 110 is calculated as 100 plus 10. This 121 is calculated as 110 plus 11. So always an assumption is made that the rate of interest is on annually compounded basis. So this is the total interest income. Plus principal amount, that is 100. So the total of the maturity amount of the deposit is 133.10. It is year 3 end. That is what we understand. Of course friends, this is only 3 years answer, so we could do it manually like this. However, say it cannot be done in this way if at all the time period is very long. So we have an alternative method that is given a name as method number 2. Method number 2 will work in this way. Listen carefully. Maturity amount is equal to investment into future value interest factor at I rate of interest for n number of years. Means maturity amount of the deposit can be calculated as investment into future value interest factor at I rate of interest for n number of years. 100 into 1 plus I raised to n. 100 into 1.10 raised to 3. What does the term I stands for? I stands for the rate of interest and n stands for the number of years. This formula is indicating, listen carefully, this formula is indicating if 1 rupee is invested at the rate of 10% for 3 years, what would be the maturity amount of the deposit at the end of the third year. So the answer is found like this: 100 into, see, 1.1 into is equal to, when you press is equal to for the first time, you have to compute as if it is done for the second time. Why? Because 1.1 is already for once that we have done. Is equal to once again, that is 1.331. So it is 133.1. It is year 3 in. So this is a way we can make the calculation of the maturity amount of the deposit for single investment. Maturity amount of the deposit for single investment. If at all there is recurring investment, how to do answer, that we are going to see later on. I request all of you to write down answer along with me. The term FVIF stands for future value interest factor. The term I stands for rate of interest, and the term N stands for number of years. So this is the way the maturity amount of deposit is calculated.